I've kind of wondered why Florida does not have a stronger film incentive. They've had something over the years, but I've often wondered why they have not followed suit with Louisiana and Atlanta, because I think Florida could be a real powerhouse. I mean, there are just so many locations there. It could be really great. But like all things, it comes down to politics, I'm sure. You know, at the end of the day, film incentives are a type of government subsidy. So when governments create film incentives, they are looking to subsidize and encourage certain economic activity in the state, right? And the first rule of government subsidies is you don't want to subsidize something you have already, right? This is why California, for instance, doesn't really have the best subsidies. It's because they already have the film industry. Yeah, there's a lottery you can enter and there's a couple of things you can get here and there, but it's nothing like Louisiana and Georgia have. You know, it's just nothing like those two states have. I can also tell you that there's a political phenomenon that just makes it difficult in certain states. You know, the film industry tends to benefit the greater metropolitan areas the most, just because that's where the most infrastructure is. Hotels, caterers, you know, film rental facilities. So much cost is involved with logistics when you're making a movie that it's usually the most cost effective to get as close as possible to the things you're going to need to make a movie. Well, the net effect is that film ends up benefiting bigger cities the most, right? And more rural areas look at it as a subsidy that only benefits the cities, right? So the representatives of those areas, and just think of a state like Texas where, yes, you have several big cities. You have Austin, which is a film city. You also have Houston and Dallas. But just think of all those other counties that are just out in the middle of nowhere, and they all have representatives. They all go to the Texas legislature, and they're all saying, why would I vote for this subsidy? It's not going to benefit me. It's going to benefit Austin on the other side of the state, right? So that's a real obstacle in a lot of states, and even states like Louisiana and Georgia that have successful incentives, they're constantly having that discussion and trying to encourage production outside of the major metropolitan areas. I can tell you for you specifically, yes, moving to LA is a really big move, but you can do it. Everybody does it. You don't need a ton of money. You can get out here and rough it and figure it out. Many people have done it, and you can do it with a minimal support network. There's tons of people hiring, and there's work all over the place. Good luck. Let me know if you have any questions.